because of that, they could take more chances. They said more things. Um, it's really interesting to me that like Tony Hinchcliffe is like living in his car in the parking lot of the Comedy Store, and now is a multimillionaire because he just said to himself, "Every week I'm going to do this podcast, no matter what. We're going to put it out," and now he has the biggest live podcast in the world. I find it inspirational. Do you have any favorite guests they've ever had on?
I like the Romanian dude a lot. He's fucking awesome.
Hold on, you mean Estonian?
Yeah, Estonian, my bad.
That's all right. Yeah, Ari Mahdi. Yeah, he's hilarious.
I love him.
Yeah, the Estonian assassin. He's so big now that like he is doing his own tours. He's been trying to get citizenship for many years. Hopefully that goes through. He is
I thought he was a citizen now.
not yet. They just recently did a Kill Tony at Madison Square Garden where he performed. He did really well. He's very funny. He's very funny. He's gonna be big. I mean, there's an argument to be made. He's already big, but I think that there's an argument to be made. He's gonna be even bigger.
Yeah, as soon as he gets sentenced.
Exactly, and then he doesn't have to focus on that anymore. He can travel wherever he wants. He doesn't have to worry about immigrating. He can travel to Canada, and like he can start doing world tours, um, Australia, England, and then he'll get a global audience. When he started at Kill Tony, he's kind of an exception because he was already the biggest comedian in Estonia when he started doing Kill Tony, and so he had already been doing it like a decade. So because of that, he he was not like a traditional person that they have. He was just a random bucket full. But yeah, I
But he
watched.
was a bucket full.
So technically, what happened with him is the booker Adam Egan of the Comedy Mothership had seen him and was like, "Hey, this guy's going to be really big," and then they brought out Ari Mahdi, but they say he was a bucket full, but he really wasn't. He had been discovered before. And Tony plays it up like uh, they certainly Kill Tony certainly gave him a spotlight and certainly gave him a platform to get big, but it's not like he was waiting on 6th Street with all the other bucket pullers, just like hoping that his name would get called. Nah, he was already like somewhat of a small time act, and then the booker Adam Egan, who originally was at the Comedy Mothership or the Comedy Store in LA. He was the booker there, and when they closed the Comedy Store in LA because of the pandemic, Joe Rogan ended up paying him during the time that they were off until they built Joe Rogan's club, and then Joe Rogan made Adam Booker made Adam Egan the booker at his club, and then Adam Egan was like, he just like evaluates talent and saw that this guy Ari Mahdi was going to be really big, and made Tony Hinchcliffe aware of him, and then Tony brought him up, and he did really well the first time. He was comfortable on stage, and then he immediately became a regular, which is rare. So it's not like he was like a golden ticket winner like they normally do. Um, they made They made him a regular, and then he got to be so big that he was doing his own shows, and he didn't need to perform on Mondays, though he still is technically on the show. Uh, he's outgrowing it. He's becoming a touring comedian. Like, do you know who Cam Patterson is? He's on Saturday Night Live.
Oh,
It's okay if you don't know who he is. He was just in the Kevin Hart movie, uh, 72 Hours or whatever. Cam Patterson started on Kill Tony. They say that Cam Patterson was a bucket pull, but they knew about him beforehand. Like, basically, Tony Hinchcliffe plays up like, "Oh yeah, we just pull him out of the bucket," but he knows. And if like you haven't ever heard, they sometimes tape names to the side of the bucket who they want to pull, so it looks like that they are getting someone organically, but in reality they are just there. It's a setup. I'm not saying everybody. There are a lot of people who are just straight up bucket pulls, and there's a lot of it being organic, but uh, there are some people who they kind of set up to be the next big thing. But it's a good show. It's funny. It's easy listening. Have you watched it recently? Have you watched it recently?
yeah, it's a good show.
100%, people.
You watch anything else?
Yeah, Doug. I like to watch podcasts. Joe Rogan Experience. I watch Theo Vaughn. I watch Shane Gillis, Matt McCusker. I'll watch Tim Dillon. Do you like stand-up comedy?
Yeah.
So yeah, all those guys. There's this terrible, absolutely just awful podcast that I'm absolutely obsessed with. Um, the Fighter and the Kid, and the reason why I'm obsessed with it is because it's like an anti-podcast. It's like there are there's a Reddit community that absolutely just loves trashing these guys, and they're very very funny in the Reddit community, and I very much enjoy that. How about you? What podcast do you like? Do you like any podcasts? Let me know if you like them.
Brad. Thank you, Uncle Robinson. They call me your big dog. Robinson. Amazing. Very, very compelling. It's very good job, man. Welcome, welcome. How long have you been on stand-up comedy? This is my fifth time talking to that microphone. Fifth time, obviously, on stage. And how did the other 4 times go? First I was in Memphis. First one was Little Rock. Memphis was second. Third was LL in San Antonio, and that's when I got my first positive feedback from the audience that my writing is really solid. I do a lot of dog jokes, I'm a big dog guy. And specialize in dog material. I noticed that. I do. I lost $3 to cancer. I've walked 4,000 I mean, starting with how many dogs you lost to cancer is something else. That is incredible. Yeah. What? I'm like, lost 3 dogs? Not all at the same time. What is going on? Ew, dude. Avoid that. Are you keeping them cigarettes? As we come back on the goals, right? Yeah. Well, what are you doing, man? Well, my first one was bone cancer. That was in Boston. I know, yes. Nothing ever happens in Boston, but what I'm saying is, give it up and do something else. Yeah. How can I? Now you're a dog, absolutely. Unfortunately, I'm on a fit period, so. Oh, you started with how many dogs have died under your tutelage. How many have survived? Do you have any living dogs? I have one. He's 3-legged dog, so. Oh my God, what is happening? How did your dog lose its leg? That was abuse. Before me, not me. Oh, I got a thing. People before left him outside, tied to a tree, and lost the rim of his leg. Before I got him, I fostered him, and he was like, Poppy, I'll be the best son to you. Please adopt me. Signed the papers on that. He's been the most great parent he's ever had. He's grateful. Ungrateful. Most ungrateful great parent. He's chicken with jelly roll. This is really close to sounding like a jelly roll song. My ex that kind of is. My first dog. I moved to Boston. My first dog got cancer. My girlfriend left me, and she took the truck. So I totally became a country song. Cliche. But I ended up walking, after losing 3 dogs, I walked a total of 4,250 miles, sort of a foundation, where we try to understand why dogs get cancer like people. So I tried to turn the loss. You walk across America or Africa? America 3 different times. Boston was my first one. And the West Coast from Canada, Mexico was my second one. My third one was the entire length of the Hudson River. Because I lost Hudson. It was the third one that lost to cancer. Wow. And round of applause for doing that, man. That's yeah. Fred Man takes a pedicab to his condo 4 blocks away. But he's also gonna lose a leg soon, so. Join me on my next walk. You can enjoy me, but I have to listen to the dog. Yes. What was your favorite walk? To be honest, that's just interesting. Some of that walk is much played. That many places. Austin was the best one. That was 2,300 miles. We did over 2 years. So walking the best though. Yeah, that's kind of hard. The West Coast is just weird altogether. And they say they're animal friendly, but when you look like a homeless guy walking with a dog, they don't treat you like that, like you're part of there. So it was just a different experience. I find that people from Austin to Boston, I walked across 16 states, including DC, and the people were just incredible. Just like nothing you see on TV. Nothing can speak to that experience. It's just like selling all your stuff, putting everything in storage, and just walking with your dogs cross country. It was so much grace and glory. And how do you make money? Look at me, I'm 55. I'm up here on the stage trying out for a company. I've been doing this since I lost my first dog 20 years ago. So, been doing what? Not living in the nonprofit world, trying to solve cancer. So, do you think that solving canine cancer is more important than solving human cancer? Well, science has taught us, this is the interesting thing, is that, especially with dog cancer, it's pretty much the same thing. Like 90% of all cancer is dogs get. And people get. Like they look the same, they act the same. It's kind of one of the things that science has taught us. Right. Do people say a lot of it's from Chobani Oak? You seen all of that? Yeah. Yeah. Do dogs get more breast cancer than normal animals with all the nipples and stuff? Yes, they do get it. Do they? Yeah, they do get breast cancer. Have you ever been fed? Have you ever been fed? Fat? Yeah. Absolutely. I'm a funny. I used to be a sugar guy, totally.
Yeah, like have you lost a lot of weight?
A lot, yeah.
How much?
Probably about 100 pounds. I know you have. You do fantastic, by the way.
I can tell. I know my kind when I see them. You look like you get Gaines lamp shades under there.
That feeling. I look like you.
Shit happening right here. Man.
It's very funny, very true observation by Jelly Roll. I'm now looking at it. Your belt is made of belt loops. There are belts around the titties.
The titties is where you're supposed to look. You can see them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You got
The skin where titties once was. I'm struggling with the same thing.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Incredible. So let me ask you this. What's your love life like? You're out there walking dogs, three-legged dogs. You must get a lot of...
Well, it's a lot better than it was 100 pounds ago. I can promise you that.
Yeah, no, when you're on the road and you're walking, man, you smell like basically piss and dog ass all the time. You look like a homeless guy, so there's, So, it's been a while since I've had, it's been a dry spell, so it's been a long time. So, yeah. It's okay. Yeah. Was I going to say something? Do you ever, what is your nonprofit called? It's Pump Me Up. So, like some people down in Texas say cowboy up or man up, we pump you up. So that was my battle cry for our first walk, because I knew it was going to be long and hard. So we pump you up, y'all. Absolutely adorable. We all want to pump you up in life. Definitely. Here you go, my friend. There's a medium-sized fish. Whoa. Wow, you got a little dog in ya. There he goes, ladies and gentlemen. Robinson. There he goes. There he goes. Very non-cancer heavy 8 minutes that was. You guys still hanging in there? Fucking roll Matt Campbell, everybody. Matt Campbell. Here we go. Hello. Has anyone got crap nicknames? Show hands if they have a crap nickname. Just me? Fuck you guys. Alright. No, I just wanted to say, because, like, when you get a crap nickname like Boogerface or like Numpty or something horrible like that, Jelly. Maybe you could test. I don't know. But it always comes from the ones you love. It's not from people you hate. Like my granddad, when I was a fat kid, called me Buster Bacon. That was bad as my little brother. He called him Adolf. And his justification for that is whenever he screamed, he got exactly what he wanted. I mean, he could have called him Donald. It would have worked the same. It's alright though, my dad sealed the name deal with my brother. Because my brother came out of the closet, and his name's Benedict. That's already, I'm British, my brother's name's Benedict, we're already at a good start. And my brother on the couch just yells, "Dad, the door is ringing." And my dad just goes, "Yeah, Benedict." Alright, Matt Campbell, welcome, Matt. You want to finish that, or was it where you done there? I was just going to say my brother's name was Benedict after that. That was, okay. Alright, well, are you English? Yeah. Okay. How long have you been in America? I've been in America about 9 years now. Alright. Where at? I lived in Colorado Springs for like 8 years, and then I moved here like 7 months ago. So like almost 9 years I've been in America. What school did you go to? Hogwarts? I do look like a bit of, like I'm wearing like a Weasley sweater right now. It's not What do you do for work? I wait tables. I used to be a valet at W Hotel, now I wait tables. Okay, where you waiting tables at? Cousin Louis, shout out Cousin Louis, up in Dripping Springs, great place to work. That's where you live, Dripping Springs? Yeah, I don't live there, I live just 10 minutes outside of here. So it's not a drive. A long time. Yeah, it's worth it. Money's pretty good. And he's Welsh. No, not a drop. Not a drop. What does it mean to be Welsh? What it means to be
well, you shag sheep for fun. I'll stand by that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit curious about him.
Talk to me about the nickname. What was it again? Buster Bacon. It was Buster Bacon? Yeah. They were going to call me Jay Bacon first. And then because I like jelly donuts, and my mama didn't know the difference between a jelly donut and goddamn jelly roll, and she called me Jelly Roll. That was it, because I ate bacon sandwiches. And I ever said, it's a true story. Did a lot of people have nicknames where you're from? Mostly like rude names like Norbert, Wanker. There's a couple other ones. But like, we did that too. That would be your name. Like, we had one guy named Shit's name. I'm not making this up, and we all call him Shit. His whole life. I never knew his real name to this day. Shout out Shit, I love you, baby. I ain't seen you in a while. I miss you, dog. Shout out Shit. Wow. I gotta say, I knew Tingling. Tingling. There was a Tingling. This is our nickname. You can't name with nicknames too, right?
Well, yeah, but I actually, a little fun fact, since you brought it up, is we once did in Nashville, Tennessee, a roast of Jelly Roll. And you're a smart guy because you did your roast when you were still humongous. And you gave us a lot to work with, and I just so happened to search my phone for Jelly Roll roast, and I found an entire file of jokes that I did on Jelly Roll. I said Jelly Roll is Lizzo for rednecks. I called him Leonard Skidmark. Hold on, Limp Biscuit and Gravy. So long file. I did a lot of jokes that night. There's a lot there. Jelly Roll is your favorite musician if your favorite meal is corn dog. There's a lot here. I don't even know where to begin. Yours gigantic file. I know there's a part where you can go up.
Jelly Roll.
If you can see what he hates, you can see what I'm
Still scrolling. I thought we were free.
There's a part where I had at the end, I remember I went on a run of band fucking music. It's a live show. We're churro now, though, bro.
I was gonna say Olive Garden breadstick, but he's there one. Sinclair.
Tell us more about your gay British life.
Is it fun being British, or does it just seem like it's whatever? Does it even seem like you're doing anything?
I did recently.
It seems so docile and fucking confused and librarian.
I did get onto my papers recently. That was a fun experience. I at my job, just trying to wait tables.
What do you think you were?
I know that. I have no idea what they thought I was. I said, hello, madam. How can I help you today?
Where are your papers?
That was the first thing before I could even get to the menu. Just trying to give us like eggplant rollatini or something.
How do you do with the ladies?
I've got a girlfriend.
Okay, well, she's Texan.
She's in Colorado, but she's from Wyoming.
Okay. How's that going?
It's going pretty good.
You guys talk on the phone a lot?
It is a lot on FaceTime.
You guys have phone sex?
No, I can't do it.
Really?
Dude, it's too weird, right? Also, I don't know who the fuck's listening. You guys are all cool there. You have no idea who's listening. You're just like, fucking you being escaped. Did you interrupt the call? It's like, what the fuck was that? I just figured we're going to be listening to, like, all of us going to have, like, our porn soundtracks whenever we do something too famous. You know what I mean? Just coming out. I'd be worried.
Glad.
Sorry, I was joking.
See, my accent's not funny. It's other people doing my accent, which is funny.
Love British people, dude. I like Scottish people, actually.
I got
Irish people, and I like British.
You haven't exactly narrowed it down, but yes.
What's the craziest gig you've done here in America for stand-up wise?
I did a show in Houston where they were all, it was like a drug bazaar.
Drug bazaar. Chuck Bazaar, Chuck Bazaar. What do you mean, Chuck Bazaar?
Like everyone's just like I went to like go to the green room, and on my way it's just like tables full of like Molly, acid, weed, mushrooms. Where? This is Houston. This is Houston.
Where exactly in Houston is this table?
I can find like the details on my phone later.
I have prayed for a green room like that my entire career. This is how I imagine the 80s were before phones existed.
It felt a little bit like that.
Don't everywhere people having fun. I got this thing one time, so I had to do a comedy show that there was something at like the Golden Bridge in California. It's like a really nice bridge. Golden Gate Bridge. Golden Gate Bridge.
Even I know that one.
That's what it is. So anyway, I did this thing, and it's like a weed conference, right? And my set was at like 11:15 or something. I get up, and there's nobody, and then there's like one dude who's dressed like a boat captain or something. This motherfucker he's lost, and somebody left somebody up front that like had left a sibling up front that was kind of mentally ill or whatever. One of God's oysters or whatever. But bro, they didn't put like a little sign on or anything, so I'm fucking. This dude is like giving me a lot of grief and shit. And they got me so high before the thing, bro. It was embarrassing and sad, bro. And I was just like, God, that was harrowing, bro. That was harrowing.
I mean, I would have. That's just.
That's why we left your country, dude. Shit like that.
It's why I left. That's for sure.
Matt Campbell, congratulations. There's a little chunk over there. He goes, Matt Campbell. I keep it moving along here. Flying right through. On to the next one we go. Ladies and gentlemen, your next football goes by the name of Anthony Martin, everybody. Anthony Martin. Here comes Anthony. Okay.
Hello. I'm in a YouTube rabbit hole right now. Anyone else? Yeah. I'm into young bros beating up pedophiles on the internet. Have you seen this? Oh my goodness. It's phenomenal. The way it works, it's like a young bro starts catfishing a pedophile, meets him out in a Walmart. It's just like, hey, you looking for Rebecca? I'm Rebecca. Just hits him. Bounces off the chips out. He's like, what? Just running through. He crashes through a giant soda tower that looks like the University of Texas. And I like these videos, but I start to feel guilty when you find out that these guys, they have autism or mental disabilities, or they're running for re-election. And I just feel guilty. I feel guilty. I was texting with my fiance the other day. I was saying all the dirty stuff, like, yeah, I'm gonna take you down, flipping around, all over town, all that. And I'm not good at it, but I send the text, and I immediately get a response back from my mother-in-law. It said, Anthony, never text me that again. Come say it to my face.
Anthony Martin, everybody. Funny stuff. Anthony, where you from?
I'm from Burbank, California.
Okay, wow. The former home of the Tonight Show, yeah. Red Band, you still live there? I used to live there. What part of Burbank exactly?
I used to live
Alameda and Victory?
No, right on Glen Oaks.
Glen Oaks and?
I don't want to.
Oh, you still live there?
My family still lives there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we don't want these families.
I don't want these guys
down your family. There's a bunch of angry pedophiles. Your son was making jokes about us getting beaten up. Fuck your son. Well, you know, we'll fuck your son.
Bring me your son.
Anthony, what do you do for a living?
I work in property management.
How long have you been in stand-up?
Almost 10 years.
So you're managing property in Burbank?
No, I live in Portland, Oregon right now. I got engaged. That's where her family lives.
Okay. All right. Portland's nice.
It is nice.
People, it's like a crazy rap because of all like the people like the
Because all the people that live there.
no, just like the Renaissance fair people fighting the fucking gay addicts or whatever the shit is. You know what I'm saying? The shit that was on the internet.
When you go there, dude, it's freaking cool, man.
Yeah, the food there is great. I really like the food. Yeah.
They do have good food. There's that one big food court. You know what I'm talking about? I didn't know I was there. But we had a great time.
The whole time?
Donuts is from?
Yeah, Voodoo Donuts, I think, is from Portland, Oregon.
Is that true?
Is it? Yes.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I'm with that.
Great man.
This is the kind of shit I would know. This is the value I bring to tonight's show.
You're the origin story of every donut place. They call me Jelly Roll for a reason.
Origin story only for ones that are legalized marijuana states.
From a small dozen in Antioch.
Anthony, where'd you meet this girl at? Funny enough, Tinder.
Okay,
Yeah.
she was in Portland and you were in Burbank. And you're like,
Well, we met in California, and then funny story. I knew I loved her from like the moment we met. Like I met her, and I was like, God, I love her so much. And it's like creepy. I know how it felt. And then no. Fuck no. Are you insane? No.
It did not say.
No, I met her. I knew that immediately, and then she told me she was moving to Portland, Oregon, and I was like, oh fuck. And then I was like, oh yeah, that's cool, that's fine. We wrap up the date, and I go back to my car and I'm like punching the passenger seat, like, God damn it. We end up meeting up a few years later, and she couldn't let me go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Luckily, she did not see you beat in your passenger seat aggressively right after the date.
This could be go.
Yeah, it scared her away. So you just ran into her a few years later, or
Yeah.
how did that happen?
COVID.
Okay. COVID, so you guys were like chatting again.
Yeah.
And then you're
She was not texting me back that often. So, ladies, if there's a guy that's texting you a lot, you're not texting him back that much, fuck you.
What does she do in Portland? What does she sell on Etsy?
She's a crystal farmer? No. She does remote medical work. More complicated than I can explain. Yeah.
Will I help?
Somewhat, I don't know. I know something insurance stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. You're managing properties, so that's like apartments in Portland.
Yes.
So what's some of the crazy stuff that you've had to do? Some bad stuff that you've seen?
Well, I used to live here in Boston. I have.
For how long?
How dark of a story can I tell you, Tony?
Let's go.
So, there
Do you want to shop the light on space prospects?
I was. Shut them up. I was working here in Austin, Texas, a few years ago, and close to the office there was a smell, a peculiar smell that no one. We were like, man, what's this? We gotta find the source of the smell. And eventually, we found a dead body.
Wow.
Yes, it had been dead for about. There was a person. He had killed himself maybe like 3 months ago. Yeah.
It was just in the apartment? He
Yeah, right in the apartment.
He prepaid his rent or whatever?
Well, the reason why we couldn't find him is because he had auto pay on.
Oh, wow.
I don't like my job. And the idea that they got extra money from this guy who was dead kind of bugs me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we find his body. No. I'm gonna say his mom's name, but that's because it's relevant to the story. Because at a certain point, his mom showed up. No one could find his next event. His file was so old, he was a younger guy. His mom shows up. But his mom shows up and she's like, hey, I'm looking for my son. And she points to that apartment right there, the one with the smell and all that. And I was just an assistant at the time, and I go to my manager. She had a family member die recently. She couldn't speak. She left the office. I had to deliver the news. Can
you tell us how you broke it? You want to do a reenactment with Jelly?
Yeah, Jelly Roll.
wanted to. There's no easy way to say this. He did. He died. He's dead. Oh wow. Dead.
Somebody say.
Did you read about the part? Like, did she ask how? Did she? I mean, we had no idea. We didn't know. We
can't fucking tell us, dude.
we didn't know at the time. He shot his face with a shotgun. Well, hold on. I blame. So his neighbors didn't hear anything. That's fucking wild. His neighbors were just like, that's not my business. They go to fucking, that's nuts.
Did you happen to tell the mom that his body was decomposing for months before he was found?
Yeah, no, I did. I kind of walked her through the beginning of the story. We had suspicions. There was a smell in the apartment. We called the police. They found the body. So you never want like one of your maintenance guys to like walk in there and have that on their conscience. But I was sitting on the ground holding her hand while she, by the way, wails I'll never be able to forget. They only gave me 1 day off of work. Wow.
What do you mean by day?
Well, I still have to work with them. So, I'm not lording over any land. I don't own any of this shit.
No, I know I'm talking about.
There's a big rich guy, and he just tells me he's like going to the apartments. I'm like, I know, that's illegal. The rich people have no idea. Is that blind?
No.
Okay. Never mind.
That guy's blind now.
Okay.
Why? Why are you curious about it around you?
Like on his side, like on his side.
You were way more cross-eyed a second ago. Maybe just relaxed a little too much. It's fine.
He was just trying to focus on you.
Yeah.
Sitting in the closed seat.
Just trying to look at both my ears at the same time.
Wow. So you found a dead body, and that's a hell of a thing.
Yeah. So the point I want to get to is I'm holding the mom's hand. She's wailing, she's crying, and I asked her, I'm trying to comfort her, like, what's your name? She's like, I'm gay. Her name is like Gaylord, but just the gay part. I try not to laugh. That's not that's a term that's so dark, but to be fair, he had been dead for like a month. Like, I was over it. Yeah. I was over it. I was finding the humor. We were already making jokes around the office that he was haunting the place.
Yeah.
And that's that story. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's great. Fun stuff. Fun set. Fun interview. Anthony Martin, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, Anthony. Well, big joke mode. There he goes. Let's get one more moment. Pull out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, your final nugget pull of the night goes by the name of Gabriel Adam, everybody. Gabriel Adam.
I recently learned I just have to stand up here and make no jokes, and you guys are not going on. I mean, this is great. I recently learned that there's some jokes you can't make in stand-up comedy. Last week I did this joke about meeting my girlfriend. Just kind of knows what's going on. I know I can't fucking find her. I'm not sure who even told her, but somebody gave her the courage to leave, and now I can't. I'm still trying to figure out how she chewed through the chains. That beaver tooth bitch fucking. She nibbled away to my heart. I don't know what else to say. Seriously though, if anybody sees her, tell her.
Okay, there you go. Gabriel Adam, one of the most interesting looking people we've ever seen in our lives. The verdict is in. You look hilarious. Theo Von.
Even if it's Sonic McGregor right here.
That was kind of cheap, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, but it is nice you come out and people do this. Thank you. You got 25 seconds of free laugh.
Feels good.
Yeah, probably made it a little bit easier, did it?
No, not at all.
Oh, shit. It is so exciting. Dang, I was hoping that would have helped. You never know who'll pop out here. Lucky's mascot come out right now. It's just absolutely incredible.
I'm still waiting for that brand deal money. I mean, anytime now.
Very rare is someone both frightening and adorable at the same time, and somehow you kind of pull off both. Tell us about this life. I cannot wait out about this life.
Oh, God.
How old are you?
I'm 31 years old.
Okay, 31. Wow. You look great, man. You do. You look good. I mean, pretty good. I don't look looking good.
It's the Lucky Charms. So I keep fucking eating them.
Okay, so let's talk about it. Where are you from?
I'm from Austin, Minnesota.
Whoa. Okay. All right.
Yeah. You guys don't know where that is.
Okay. Where do you live now?
I live in Austin, Texas now.
Okay. How long have you lived here?
I've been here for about a month and a half.
What made you move here?
Your show?
Okay. How long have you been doing stand-up?
A month and a half.
Okay. So you started a month and a half ago. It's amazing. We're getting down to the bottom of it. I love it. Do you have a job here in Austin yet?
I do. I'm an Uber driver.
Amazing. Yeah. Is that what you did in Austin, Minnesota as well?
No, not at all. I was a car salesman.
Okay. What kind of cars were you selling?
I started with Subarus, and then I went to Fords, and then I went to Kias, and wanted to kill myself, so I stopped.
Wow. Why did you choose the Subarus?
Well, Subaru in Minnesota is super easy to sell.
Yeah.
It's all-wheel drive, everybody
There's all
says
these
that.
feelings up there. So, yeah. And then you went to Ford's, even to sell the actual man. I imagine that was hard.
Yeah.
So you're like, I'm going to Kia's and fucking.
Well, it was complicated, actually. I had a fling with one of the clerks behind the desk, and it turned out kind of bad. So.
Is that at Ford or Kia?
No, that was at Ford.
Yeah. Well, you seem like a character from Tires, dude. I mean that as a compliment.
Yeah, I take it as a compliment. Hell yeah. I love that show.
Amazing. Absolutely. So, what kind of drugs have you done in your life to look 55 and 31?
I've done pretty much every drug under the sun, my friend. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. And what was your DOC? Is that what that's called? What's your DOC?
I don't know what that means. Drug of choice. Oh, LSD all day.
Wow. Yeah, it looks like it.
Thank you.
It looks like you rode here from Minnesota on a rocket ship. Like riding it just like
I figured if they can send 1 million of them to Ukraine, I could borrow one. When is the last time you did LSD? About 2 months ago. That was an interesting experience. I watched this fucking documentary on paper. Paper. Really? Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah, my king nugget now.
fear and loathing in Minnesota. And he's a romanticist. So what did you do after taking the paper acid in Minnesota?
Well, I had this really sick 4K home theater set up, so I had this like 128 inches of beautiful, glorified, it was Initiation is this documentary on Gaia about like dimensions and how fucking life is put together. It was beautiful. I like shot out my body like 4 times and came back just laughing hysterically.
Wow. That sounds like a blast.
Hell yeah.
Did you notice that you looked different after that trip?
It fucking changed me, that's for goddamn sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, incredible. What's your love life like?
Oh, it's non-existent right now. I signed up for Sex Addicts Anonymous recently just to kind of see if I could meet somebody there. That was it was a terrible idea.
You really?
I swear to God.
How'd you sign up? I mean, there's a lot of Zooms you can just go to.
Well, when I showed up, I actually walked through the wrong door. It was just like 5 geriatric people, and I was really concerned at first. You know, it turned out to be an alcoholics. There.
Just a bunch of gay dudes talking about people fucking and whatnot. Oh shit, that's where we met. I knew I recognized you from somewhere. You're the guy that walked in and came out. There you go. Thank you, Rigby. It's one fart noise per episode. Amazing. So, wow, that's who goes to the sex addict.
People that look like me, apparently.
Amazing. What made you go to them? Like, what makes you think that you're a sex addict?
Sometimes I think that I look a little bit too long at the gym, Like, I'm
Staring at women at the gym.
Yeah,
Sure, that doesn't bother them at all.
when they don't see me doing it, though, usually they don't.
Where do you like to hide? What do you hide behind when you do it? What's your favorite hiding spot at the gym to watch women work out? First time I've asked that question in 13 years.
Oh, beautiful. Glad get some firsts. Just whatever machine I'm using, I'm just going to leave a little bit behind.
Right.
I'm actually pretty blatant about it. I really don't hide it.
Right. That's good. I like that. Well, you haven't been with a woman since you've been in Austin?
I have got it. I've had a few in my car, but that's because I don't.
Have you kissed a woman since you've been in Austin?
No, I haven't kissed.
You know what? We have a little towards the end of the episode. We've been doing a thing on this show for 13 years where we ask if a lovely lady from the audience has the courage. We have the best fan base in the world, so if there's a lady out there that wants to give this guy his first Austin kiss, now's the time to stand up. Is there a lady out there that you have to volunteer yourself? You can just point it randomly.
They'll say you put a wig on again.
Look at this guy. How can there not be a woman that wants this? Really? Nobody? I literally see actual hookers in the audience and none of them do this.
I guess Bucky mascot is not the best celebrity lookalike.
Well, I mean, there's nothing more depressing than no woman wanting to. I'm seeing a lot of them at this table with fucking dudes. My goodness. How do you feel, my friend?
I have to fucking pinch myself, I think. I don't know. The whole thing, unbelievable.
Amazing. Absolutely incredible. Congratulations to Gabriel. Anything else for Gabriel, guys? Nice to see you today.
I'll see you in the next one. Listen, man, I think you were fucking hilarious, man. I wish you the best, brother. I think you've only been doing it a while. You said,
Yeah.
I think you're a killer. Keep doing that. I appreciate that.
I gotta tell you, I agree with Jelly Roll here. For doing it a month and a half, you have a really, really clever brain. Even the thing about, signing up for a sex addicts class just to meet women, like, you have an interesting brain, and I think you moved here for good reason, where I don't always say that to a lot of people, but anyone who has a good eye for premises this early on, you'll always get better at doing it and writing it in your way, and for a month and a half, it's fantastic. So you're leaving here with a big joke. Yeah, we will. Ladies and gentlemen, there's only one way to end an episode like this, everybody. And William, how about one more time for Heidi, everyone? What a team player. The great William Montgomery. States of America. What are your names? Smithsonian assassin.
Are we doing good? You shouldn't. Because war is coming. Just my luck. As soon as I get citizenship, drafted. Just yesterday, you guys know that America raised its age to 40 is doing for the draft. And prior marijuana convictions don't matter. Wow, what an army you're building. In Estonia, we don't have any limits. We have voluntary military service. We're too small, too big. Everyone goes. Wheelchair people, we send. Oh yeah, we put a grenade in your lap. Down syndrome people, we send them. Oh yeah, we have a whole squad. Estonian Special Forces. You think Special Forces means somebody rappels down and has night vision eyes, Nicholas with a soft serve ice cream? We send them! We get them all together in a parking lot, we connect them with a rope. We look them in the eyes and we tell them, listen, they killed Santa Claus. And everybody goes. Cripples, mentally challenged, even women. Gay people, we send them. I know you guys don't do that. By the way, the only way I'm going to war is if I have a gay squadman. I'm protecting that motherfucker more than the medic. He's the only one sucking dick back at the base. Did you get behind me? I'm saving Dylan's life. No, left behind. Thank you so much. That's my God.
Freak of nature, the Estonian assassin, doing it his way. So many funny beats in there, man. And you got the call today out of nowhere.
Yeah, I couldn't think of subjects, so I just threw them all out.
I love it, man.
It's a better ending, bro.
You will figure it out. I missed you so much, Ari.
Oh, I miss you too.
Being on the road so much. Ari's doing a thing right now where he's doing so good on the road that he's adding shows on Mondays, which is just pretty much unprecedented, exactly, right? Staying and adding shows, getting crazy deals. It's amazing.
He's a killer, man. He deserves it.
Yeah.
Amen. Holy shit, you look so good, man. Alright, thank you, man. Was that weekend or? No, I actually did it the old-fashioned way. Yeah. Come on, $8.
You get a lot of haters of like it was in the game, people that hate you for doing it that way.
No, I just get people that just they won't accept it. I did it. You know what I mean? Cheaters. Yeah, what's that? Cheaters. I don't mind it though. Listen, man, all jokes aside, if you're like, fuck it, I was like dying fed. If you're dying fed, then anything with the way go shoot the shot. Man.
Hear that, Red Man? Never do it.
I will say, when Red Man hugged me, you could see he had a moment of self-awareness. I felt it in his hug because he looked me in the eye. You could tell he said, man, I'm proud of you. And then a little sadness was in his eyes. I was like, it made me feel bad a little bit. Which look, I said they brought up, I'm sorry, man. Horrible time. And I said, fuck, I Theo'd out right there. I said, wait till we're backstage.
Absolutely perfect. Ari, touring's been going good.
Yeah, I went to Florida for a month. How I think that the wheels, right? I went to Florida. It was so beautiful. Holy shit. I went to Fort Lauderdale. Great spot. I don't like Miami too much. Everyone, talks like I don't like coked out, oiled up men.
Sex traffic.
Sex traffic? Oh, well, I guess I'll go back. Shows in Miami. I saw like a fist fight at the beach between two guys. It was over a bungalow.
Yeah, that's Miami.
It's like bungalows on the beach, and when bitches see bungalows. So the bungalow is taken, and the two guys and the two whores, they go to swim. They go to swim, and then another two whores and two guys come take their bungalow. So the fucking fist speed goes on. It's more. Yeah, how angry do you have to be? You're coming out of a refreshing ocean. You're cold and ready. If I come out of an ocean, you could be raping my mom in the bungalow, dude. I'll be like, whoa, everyone's fine. What's up? Yeah, Miami is super cold out and it's the neighborhood people love over Fox. Feels good when you're like, you're like on the beach and everyone on the beach. A peninsula.
No one's stealing your bungalow there.
What else did I do? Oh, I went to a Nike outlet store.
Tell us about an Estonian's experience at a Nike outlet store.
Yeah, I didn't know Nike has that shitty ass products.
Yeah.
We just have the Nike store. And we just, by the way, looking at the things there, I think we get the outlet just without the word. So I go in, like me, me and the cashier are only white people there. I see two black bitches at the register. And when you see two big black women at the register, you know there's going to be an issue. You know this ain't going to go smoothly.
Free talking.
Then as soon as I open the door, I just hear, you motherfuckers, last time I was a motherfucker piece of shit. They're trying to return the night. Dude, they're trying to return like some shorts, and those shorts look like they've been to Ukraine, dude. Just yelling. Little like white girls just at the register. I'm sorry, that's Adidas. Before moving to America, I wasn't a racist, but after 2 years of living here, I'm beginning to see some patterns.
That's how it happens. That's how you get your citizenship. That's the final test. Ari Maddie, your tour continues on and on. It's arimaddie.com without a doubt.
I'm Nashville soon, guys. I'll see you later.
Yeah, the boys will be there.
I love you, Theo. I love you, Germany.
It's not for the great Ari Maddie. This Friday in theaters. Support real comedians making real comedy movies again is up this Friday, April 17th. Catch Jelly Roll here in Austin the 23rd of April, and us at the Greek Theater. We're doing it together, buddy.
Yeah, man. Busted Angela
the show. Hell yeah. We're going to have a lot of fun there. That's going to be a crazy week. Again, one more time for Shane Gillis, who's hosting the roast of Kevin Hart and Theo Bond.
Yep, I want to give a shout out to my producers that are here tonight, Zach Powers and Nick Davis and Chin from Byron the Kid. I want to say